On behalf of Guru KPO, I, Professor B.K. Jain from Biani Institute of Science and Management of Biani Group of Colleges, welcomes you in this video lecture. The topic for today's discussion is financial services. In earlier few sessions, I made a presentation on various components of Indian financial system. Financial services are one important component of the entire Indian financial system. Financial services includes various services provided by financing institutions. These financing institutions may be banks, LIC, GIC, UTI, development banks, industrial houses, regulatory bodies. The services rendered by banks are in the form of mostly by accepting deposits, providing loans and various other services. Services rendered by LIC and GIC are issuing policy for life and non-life insurance. UTI sells its units to those who have surplus money. Development banks provide credit for development of a particular area. Industrial houses issue services by issuing shares and debentures. Regulatory bodies like Reserve Bank of India, SEBI, IRDA, they are there to provide service of protecting the interest of investor as well as orderly growth of particular sector. Now broadly, these services can be classified into two broad heads. One are known as traditional services, others are known as modern services. Now traditional services are also classified into two broad heads. One are known as fund-based services, others are known as fee-based services. Fund-based services are those where funds of banks are involved, and these services generally, very good example of such services is various types of loans issued by banks. I would not go into details of many types of loans. Everybody knows there may be different types of loans which are given by banks. The other part of services are known as fee-based, where funds of banks are not involved. Bank gets commission out of the service provided. There are very many examples of services. For example, once a DD is issued, bank gets commission. When bank issues a guarantee, it gets commission. When bank issues letter of credit, it gets commission. When bank provides various advisory services, it gets remuneration or fee. So these are the services which are grouped under the head fee-based services. Then there are many modern services which are provided by financing institutions. I have tried to make a mention of a few. Number one is advisory role in corporate restructuring. This is a word which is very commonly used these days, wherein restructuring is done by corporate sector. And these financing institutions, financial services provide a role by providing advisory services. Then there are trusteeship for debentures. Whenever debentures are issued, one organization, maybe bank or financing institution, has to become trustee. And as trustee, it ensures that at the end of the period, the amount of principal plus interest would be repaid. Then rehabilitation of sick units. In country, there are many sick units. Sick units means the units which are not earning profit, they are in heavy losses. So there are schemes of rehabilitating such units, and financial services include such many schemes of rehabilitation. Then there is a portfolio management service. It means various investments are there. Financing institutions under financial services provide advice how these portfolio are to be managed. Then there are various services which are known as risk management services. Then the service like safe custody of securities. You might have heard the locker facility wherein we keep our valuables in banks. And the last is project counseling. Today many financing is done based on the projects. So banks and financing institutions provide the service of project preparation and then getting loan against those projects. This is very brief about the topic financial services. Thank you. For further details, kindly log on to www.gurukpo.com.